Hey guys, Adrian Racing here, back today with another video. Now, last week, the long-awaited announcement for the track layout of the new Jeddah Street Circuit for the Formula 1 2021 World Championship was released. This is going to be set for the penultimate round of the championship in the middle of November, I believe. I'll flash it up on screen the exact date now. But the layout was released, and my first thoughts looking at it was, this looks not very good. So the layout is basically, it's a 6.2 kilometer circuit, and it's got 27 corners. It's a lot of corners. 11 to the right, 16 to the left, and they're all pretty high speed corners. Supposedly, the simulations have said that average speeds will be around 250 kilometers an hour, or 155 miles an hour for us English folk, which puts it equal with the lap time or the lap speeds of Spa. And Spa is world renowned as one of the fastest racetracks in the world. But the thing is, it's a street circuit. So it's going to be public roads, narrow, and they're going to be doing 250 Ks on average. But I thought, as there is a mod available for Assetto Corsa, it's a very crude mod, it's not highly detailed or anything, but we're going to go out and see what this new street circuit is like to drive in a 2020 F1 car. So I actually haven't driven the circuit yet, this is going to be my first lap. And the first thing I notice is there is no pit limiter in the mod. So I've got the track map up on the left, just up there, just so I roughly know where I'm going. So the track is, well, supposedly it's 15 meters wide, and there will be 3 DRS zones, although this mod only has DRS whenever you want it. And already you can see it's very flat. Now, I don't know how flat it is in real life, but I can imagine that there will be something like this. And supposedly it's meant to be a track that's going to promote overtaking and will create an exciting race. Now, the AI don't work, so unfortunately I can't test a race around here, but we can do a couple of hot laps. And already, we're up 7th, 8th gear, flat out, tyres are still cold. Oh, that's a poor line. And my first thought is, this looks dangerous, if I'm being honest. I mean, this is 200 mile an hour flat out corners. People are trying to go too wide. One wash of dirty air, one little tap of the wall. And that's going to be a big accident. So that's the first outlap done. Let's see if we can try and go for a hot lap. So DRS open down the front straight. I imagine there will be a DRS zone here. Now to the first corner, which is a tight left-right chicane. No braking markers, don't know where to brake, just pull that curb. Ease it in, second gear. Now easy on the power. Now through the gears. So we've got a long sequence of left, right, left it. Down a couple of gears. Throw it into the right-hander. Throw it back to the left again. Let the downforce run wild. Oh, that's a terrible line through there. Of course, there being absolutely no runoff as well. I mean, in a way, it's a nice change from the Paul Ricard style tracks with billions and billions of acres of runoff on the outside. But at the same time, from an oh god, didn't turn in early enough for that. From an F1 fan's point of view, I would much rather see a real racetrack over this. Now, I'm not deducting anything from the fact that this is a racetrack, but it just doesn't do it for me as an F1 fan. Like, if the racing is fun, then I mean, I'll reserve my judgment until I see the race. But from a first perspective's point of view, it's as though they're artificially trying to make something that's good. Whereas last season proved it enough that there's brilliant, legendary racetracks in the world. Places like the Nürburgring, Imola, Turkey. We could go back to Malaysia. And that you could go places like that and you would have, okay, they might be a bit narrow for F1 cars these days. The racing, okay, might be a little bit mundane. But it seems to me as though they're going, oh, we want to improve overtaking. Although, honestly, from a hot lap point of view, that first sector is pretty fun. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. I was starting to enjoy myself around this track. But it seems as though from my point of view, this is my personal opinion, that they're trying to look at the overtaking and go, okay, people are complaining there's not enough overtaking. Let's make super high-speed circuits where the only way to overtake is with DRS. As if they're looking at the numbers of overtakes, not the quality of the overtakes. Which kind of to me suggests as though they're trying to artificially make F1 more exciting, and that's not what we need. I don't think that, like the whole idea about the sprint races, it's stuff that's almost detracting from the serious nature of Formula 1. But anyway, enough about my opinions on how overtaking is in Formula 1. We're here to talk about the track. So, let's go for a hot lap. Up to the first chicane, brake just before that curb. Turn it in, second gear through here. No, easy on the power. We're on the soft tyres, so not the grippiest things. And then up to the fast left-hander, fourth gear, turn it in. And now flat out, left, right, left, see if you can get the line through it, right. Hug the inside, cut it back to the right. Oh, not quite got enough grip on these tyres for that. Oh, little hit into the wall. Big hit into the wall. And that's what I mean. One wrong accident there, and that's a big accident. So after doing a little bit more running, we're now on the soft tyres. I'm doing a few more laps. I'm starting to get the inkling that it's very samey. It feels to me as though someone's gone, right, okay, a 30-degree left-hander, a 30-degree right-hander, and just copied and pasted it throughout the track. That section is flat, by the way. There's a really cool video of an esports driver taking that whole section flat. Also, fuel saving is probably going to be a big issue, given you're spending a lot of time at full throttle. A lot more than you would at, say, something like Monza. There's no big braking zones other than turn 1. But you're not coming into turn 1 at that much of a speed anyway. They're all down a few gears, turn it in, back on the throttle straight away. So fuel, and therefore ERS as well, your hybrid, your battery, they're going to be managing that a lot. It feels very hard on the tyres as well through the high speed corners. Little kick of oversteer there. So honestly, I don't think the racing is going to be that good, because there's going to have to be a lot of tyre management, a lot of fuel management. So they won't be able to push the car that much. Especially also this year with the dirty air going through this first sector especially. It's going to be very much I kind of want to say just a train of cars just going through here. And I know it's bold to say, but it feels like it's been made like a GTA circuit almost. As if someone's just gone, right, okay, track here, track there. I mean, of course, this is just my judgment off of this version of the track on this simulator. In real life, it's going to be completely different variables. The driver's a lot better than me. But this is just my initial points of driving this track for 20 minutes or so. And it seems kind of fun to start with. The first sector feels alright, but it just feels like the Vietnam track that never raced. And I've played that a couple of times in F1, and it just feels very fake. Like there's no elevation change. And for a circuit that has no elevation change, something like Silverstone for example, it needs to have a good flow. This actually has a pretty decent flow to it. I mean, there's turn 1 and 2, which is the only time you're ever really off throttle completely. The rest of them are just like there, down a gear, throw it in, hug the inside, cut it back to the left, Wait for the understeer to stop. Wait for the front tyres to grip up. There you go. And they're going to be running extremely low downforce through there. So there's going to be... I can predict a really big accident coming through there. And I get why they're doing it. I get why they go to these tracks. Because, well, money is the main reason, honestly. But it just seems to me as though it's... I'm not a big fan, honestly. I mean, you're all welcome to entitle your opinions. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this track. I'm interested to hear everyone's opinions. And, as I said, this is just my judgment from driving this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the sim. Who knows what it's going to be like in real life? We'll find out in December when they go there. I might like it when it comes around to the race. But, from my point of view, it just seems a bit... well, boring. There's no real challenge to it other than understeer through the high speed corners. And they say big overtaking, but overtaking to me means last of the late breakers, daring it around the outside somewhere. There's no big braking zones other than turn 1. And props to whoever wants to go around the outside of one of these corners. But that's just dangerous more than brave. I mean, this whole section here, up until you get to here, and then DRS open. Like, maybe into the last corner there might be a few overtakes. But it just seems to me as though this circuit's... well, it's there because F1 gets money out of it. That's why we don't go back to places like Imola, like Turkey, etc, etc. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Turning a bit too early there. But I think that's my opinion summed up. I've sort of ended up rambling on a bit there. But let me know what your guys' opinions are. I'd be super interested to hear your thoughts and decisions on this track. Overall, I'm not a fan of it at the moment, I must add. It could be good. I mean, as I said, I would love to test an AI race around here, but they don't work, unfortunately. Whether this mod gets improved in the future, I don't know. If it does, I'll make an AI race video around here. But personally, as an F1 fan, this isn't what we need. As a track. I don't care what country it's in. I don't care anything about that. As a track, as a race circuit, I don't think it's good. But I'll reserve my full judgment until November when the race comes around. And I might make another video on it then. Who knows? But if you did enjoy this video and you found it at all informative or wanted to learn more about the track, then I really appreciate that like button. Subscribe if you want to as well. Going for 100 subscribers, which is absolutely mad. Never thought I'd get there, at least not this year anyway. We're up to, I think, 79 now, which is just insane. It's just shot up. But yeah, hope you all have a really awesome rest of your day. Going to be streaming on Twitch over the next couple of weeks, doing a lot of iRacing coming up, and a lot of special. They've got a big special event. We've got the Sebring 12-hour IGPS every week on a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday evening. Mainly going to be Saturdays, but obviously Sebring means everything's going to be moving around a little bit. I am going to know and probably get shouted at in the comments section now for this, but hope you have a really awesome rest of your day. See you all next time.